Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. You are watching The Seventh Voice. Imagine you are a first year student in a university. You have just settled into your new life, new friends, new dreams, full of hope, full of life, and then someone takes it, someone ends it. Someone who claims to love you. But love doesn't fold one into a suitcase. Love doesn't drag one's body across concrete floor. Someone who loves you doesn't put you into a water tank to decompose. This is the story of Sylvia Kemunto, a 20-year-old student at Multimedia University in Kenya, who had her life taken from her in the most haunting and horrific way imaginable. This will be a very heartbreaking story. If you need a moment, please take it. If you can't take it, please take a moment or maybe wait on the next one. In the meantime, it all began around towards the end of the month of March. At least that is what it says out there. The opinions shared in this video are all in the internet for you to say, and it's not something I know for sure. It's something I read. It's something I have come across. The information is out there for you to Google and read. In the meantime, it is said to have begun around the month of March 30th, 2025. It was a normal Saturday where Sylvia was in her room and her roommate had just went to church. And therefore, Sylvia was alone in that room. A fellow student, someone she had told her mother was making her uncomfortable, came knocking. He was a first-year student of electrical engineering. This student confessed to the police that he knew she was going to be alone. But he's been trying to get close to her. He's been trying to seduce her. But this wasn't about love. This wasn't about feelings. This must have been about control. When Sylvia resisted his advances, he turned violent. Because Sylvia apparently didn't reserve the rights to have opinion of her own, of her body, of her feelings, and of her emotions. Therefore, he confesses to have hit her, pushed her. He fell and hit her head on the wall. And just like that, she was gone. His words, not mine. But instead of calling for help, instead of facing his consequences, he ran. He folded her body into a suitcase. He dragged her body across concrete floor of the building like she was cargo, like she was nothing before that moment. So he dragged her body across campus to a place where he had imagined Sylvia coming on her own volition to his room. But that wasn't Sylvia. And so he dragged her body across campus to his room. A fellow roommate on media or to the police says that he did see the suitcase because he tried laying on the suitcase on his bed, which turns uncomfortable, and then he puts the suitcase on the nearby table. He really must have wanted Sylvia to be on his bed. But that wasn't Sylvia anymore. He had turned her into something cold, something lifeless. In the night, while his fellow roommates were sleeping, he dragged Sylvia's body onto the rooftop of the building, where he put Sylvia inside a water tank. That was a water tank. It was in use. Students were drinking from it, washing from it, living from it. And surely he thought he had gotten away with it, at least for a few days. He even fled the area to supposedly his hometown, Sultan Hamud. But mothers always knows. Mothers feel something. And then Sylvia's mother, Teresa Kwamboka, started asking questions. She began looking for her daughter. She traveled from her home in Kangware. She went to the school. No text, no calls, That's unlike my Sylvia. And therefore, she goes to the school. And as soon as she starts asking questions, that is when Sylvia is reported missing. And then something else comes up. Then the smell leads detective to Block E. And in Block E is a rooftop tank supplying water into the hostel building and who knows where else. Where inside one of the tanks is Sylvia's body. A tank shut, and on it is a stone to avoid detection. That is on April 2nd of 2025. The stench from that tank led to the discovery of the body of Sylvia Kemunto. And the next day, the suspect presents himself in a police station claiming it was an accident. But everything he did after the incident said otherwise. What if Sylvia could have been saved? What if he called for help as soon as he saw the situation going out of control? Maybe he would have believed that it was truly an accident. And so a suitcase, a wire, and a stone on top of a water tank, pushing the lid shut to avoid any detection. And a fleeing suspect from his sin, his murder sin. And the most heartbreaking part is that she tried to say something. Sylvia had tried to speak out before. She had told her mother, but someone is trying to disturb her. Someone is bothering her. But that wasn't enough to save her. This isn't just a story of one woman. It is a part of a terrifying trend. A growing number of young women in Kenya and beyond being targeted, harassed, and murdered, often by the people they seem to know, often by people they interact with somehow. It's true, we're raising sons and daughters, but what are we doing wrong? And how many Sylvias will have to go through this? And how many Sylvias will it take before something changes? That others may have seen signs and ignore them. That the real truth may still be roaming around campus and we don't know it for sure. What did Sylvia do? Did she deserve what she got? Was it really an accident? Couldn't she just be left alone? Because while the suspect claims it was an accident, the police aren't so sure. There's still no autopsy. Maybe there's a new witness. After all, why wasn't Sylvia in charge? And I'm not saying that those who went have a problem. Maybe, just maybe, she just wanted to have her space. But someone needed to have controlled even that which she wanted for herself. What really happened in that room? Why couldn't Sylvia just leave? Why couldn't she just leave to pursue her dreams, to live her life, to create her future? I might share a part 2 of this story. Please subscribe to this channel to show your support and leave your views and comments in the comment section. I would love to share more of this story because there are too many to ignore. And while everybody forgets, I would like someone to visit and listen and at least try and change something in the future. In the meantime, I will speak, I will ask questions that probably never get to be answered. And while they may still not be answered, at least we will ask. And hopefully someone in the future might answer. Someone might stop this. Someone might hear our plea. We want to leave. In reality, most girls, most women, just want a bra that fits. Most women just want to look pretty for no apparent reason. I mean, even the Bible calls us flowers for Christ. And is that supposed to be a crime? Is it a sin? Is it a wrongdoing to just want something as simple as to just be? Until next time, for these kinds of story and many to come in this my channel, and forgive me for taking a different direction. However, I can't suppress my voice to express my view. I will ask the questions and stay safe. See you next time.